Hi, Mr. Chabax. I'm Fenghua Li from Wicue. I'm in Shenzhen now.
Nice. And you have, for example, right here, some smart sunglasses that can get the shade turned on with touching. Right?
Yes, those are our liquid crystal film-based switchable sunglasses, and it has attracted a lot of interest in the market. And we can make small films and large films, from sunglasses to automotive, switchable glazing window, and also large size for architectural window for the buildings.
All right. And
Yeah,
Ethan,
and
hi.
so
How you doing?
especially for the automotive, the dazzling.
There, I'm switching over to the other video you have that's showing, what does it show here? It's showing some
Yeah,
big
this is
buildings.
from in California, Silicon Valley.
Yeah, good to see you. So what Dr. Lee means by dazzling is that it's not that you touch the glasses; they're actually automatic. So you see these guys, they're driving, and the LC material can work in the car. You see that it automatically tints the window, which is super awesome. Right now, it's either your windows are very dark tinted or they're not. You see here, it's completely adaptive.
So you can have that an automotive market. You just flip a switch somewhere and boom, it becomes dark.
Exactly.
And this is not something where there's some metallic stuff happening in a window that takes a minute, right? It's just instant. You click, LCD based, right?
Exactly. Like you see this guy now, he's putting on these glasses and you don't even need to touch anything. There's no switch. As it senses light, it can switch in under 0.1 seconds. So you might have seen other types of glasses that take up to a minute. These are instantaneous switching, very smooth switching.
So how's it going in terms of the sunglasses market, the automotive market, and the buildings? Are you planning to cover whole buildings? Is it already happening?
Yeah, so I think the building market is a major one, and that's something I think Dr. Lee, you're probably focusing more on in China. They have more capability with all the new buildings to implement this type of thing. But
Yes, let me answer you the question. That's our plan.
All right. Yeah, so it's your plan to cover the whole building with the switch, dark, not dark, and it's just LCD. And how is the visibility through the window, the
Yes,
technology,
yeah.
compared to normal shade, compared to normal sunglasses? There's no difference in terms of the optics and the visibility? Hopefully the sound comes through.
so there's no haze. There's no like like milkiness or haze. It's very clear. Like you could see in the video when he
Yes,
turns it on.
actually, that's
Go
our
ahead.
advantage.
Yeah.
The optical performance is great. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we hear you. The problem is it looks like it's coming 10 seconds in late, the sound to you. But please go ahead. As soon as you hear something, you can go ahead. It doesn't matter if we talk a little bit over each other.
I was trying to talk. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yeah. It's cool. Yeah, and Ethan, you can fill out. Wait, yeah.
Okay. All right. So let me introduce our smart dimming liquid crystal films. We can utilize those films into multiple industries, from the sunglasses to the automotive switchable glazing, and also to the building architecture window. Especially for the automotive, um, the dazzle when driving is very severe issue. It's dangerous. It's distracting. It makes the driver very tired. So glazing in automotive automotive industry is the largest non-utilized area in the car to date. So with a desire of making the automotive the driving step more easy, so there's a big demand to make the window more smart. And right now for electrical car, the sunroof, there's a trend. The sunroof does not have a blocky board, so some of the sun heat will go through the sunroof, makes the car very hot, which requires a new technology to help the all electrical car become more heat efficient. So our liquid crystal films are perfectly fit to the switchable sunroof. We can block the majority of the sun heat, and also have the capability to switch the window, the sunroof window, from very dark, less than 0.5% in terms of the transmittance, to more than 30% in the visible light transmittance. So we can park the car in the parking lot without electric voltage applied, and the car still keep it very cool. And when you're driving, or you drive in the evening, you can open the window just by a click, and then you can control the glass very clear. So smart dimming is a perfect demand for our liquid crystal films. And since 1980s, there are lots of smart technology for the dimming tried in the automotive industry. But those solutions are mostly based on the EC technologies, which is called the electrochromic. And those technology were already more than 30 years. And this EC technology have a very severe drawbacks. It has a very dark blue color. The switch speed is quite slow. It takes more than 10 minutes, or at least for large window, more than 30 minutes. And the optical appearance is okay, but they cannot achieve very dark state. It's very difficult to achieve less than 1% in terms of the transmittance. And the price is huge, more than $2,000 per square meter. And the industry, there's another technology called SPD, suspended particle device, which is a little bit better, but it also has a very deep blue color. When you see through the sunroof window, the entire sky in the dark state will be bluish. The cloud will be bluish. Everything is bluish, and it takes high voltage, more than 100 volt, to switch the glass window based on SPD technology. The automotive industry trying to looking for a new technology to get rid of all those drawbacks. And Wicue developed the new switchable liquid crystal film technology for automotive industry, which is right now I think it's perfectly fit for the glass window, for the sunroof, for the side window, for the windshield. For the sunroof, you have a new feature, less than 0.1 second to switch the glass window, and the color is totally neutral gray, perfectly to fit the passenger demand. The sky is very clear. There's not much haze, less than 1% haze, and the price is much lower than electrochromic, than the SPD technologies. And the the other thing is liquid crystal can do normally clear and normally dark. Without the voltage, the glass can be dark, also can be clear. And so for the sunroof, we choose normally dark. Without voltage holding, the window will be just dark. It doesn't consume any power. For the windshield, you need to feel safe. So without the power, the glass will be very clear, is safe. So at any circumstances, it will not affect the driving. So that's very important for the safety concern. And then for side window, you have to have very good color, very good speed, and you have a large dynamic range for the transmittance range, from 10% to 55%, and you also can block the heat from the sun. And so the entire automotive industry trying to make this trend as quick as possible. So the question for us is how long we can provide the product to the automotive glass companies, and also how expensive, what's the price for the glass, and it's gonna be a big market for us. And our task right now is to build as many as possible production lines with a large size to make films for the entire industry. We can equip our switchable liquid crystal film window to all kinds of car, from luxury to mid-range to like low cost all electrical cars for the near future.
Nice. I wonder, are you able to integrate it easily in a windshield on the car, because it's going to be the top part only, right? Or it's not the whole windshield, and it's just like the part that could be like where you usually flip this thing down, the sun cover in the car, right? And it's easy to integrate it nicely, so it doesn't interfere at all with visibility in a normal mode compared to when you switch it on. And if I understand correctly, it's bistable, as you say. Once it's switched on, there's zero power needed to stay on.
No. We are definitely not bistable. You can choose normally clear, or you either normally clear or normally dark. You can only choose one of those. For windshield, you definitely will choose normally clear. At zero voltage, the window will be clear. So your question about how we can fit the irregular shape of the car window, especially for the large windshield and also sunroof. That's actually our advantage for our liquid crystal films, because it's flexible, and we develop a new technology to fit the film into two curved glasses, and it could be cylindrical shape, also could be 3D spherical shape, or irregular curved shape. And we developed the lamination technology for our customers. And right now we are working quite a few large company in the automotive glass industry, and make demo cars and plan for the new cars. So right now we think that's the trend. We are going to provide more films to our customers.
And Martin, I just you just joined here. Hi, maybe you want to introduce yourself and maybe talk about something also. Like right here, I'm seeing. It looks like it has more than one color. You can like kind of like have something that looks a little bit more blue, and then switch to something red, and then goes back to clear. Or how does it work?
Okay, first let me introduce myself. I'm Martin Heinfellner. I'm with Wicue since over a year. I'm representing Europe businesses, and I've been to this industry since almost 10 years, working on switchable solutions. And to try to jump into this multi-color solutions. I just would like to outline that the feedback we get from the industry is, especially from those who have evaluated a lot of those switchable technologies, they come back to me and tell me, look, this is really what we want. This is the first solution which we really want to present to our customers, especially from the automotive industry. Is regarding this multicolor switchable solution. This is something on top which other solutions cannot do as well. For instance, if you take an electrochromic solution, first thing, it switches very slow, and the second thing is you're restricted and limited to one color only. Here you have the chance to work on pinkish color, greenish, bluish, anthracite, and so on. So you have a quite large variation capability, and this also produces some fun factor. For instance, you do have some sunglasses, switchable sunglasses, which are switching in the same color as the car glasses are dim. So you can create a lot of new things and creative fancy stuff, which generates some new emotional life with the up to now non-functional area we do have on the windows and the cars, as Feng Li said at the beginning. So we see some large potential to completely change the market, to get something new, that we make functions out of a thing where we're just looking through transparently up to now. We give something more on that.
So here I have one of your photos. It talks about 0.1 second switch time. So when it's fully sunny, you have one mode. When it's cloudy, you have another mode. But could you like have sunglasses that are more, well, you have an option to do blackish, and then brownish, and then maybe pinkish, and then be like the start of the show where you kind of like push something and you have all these different colors? Or is that maybe not necessary?
You can.
Yeah, let me answer.
Yes, please.
Martin, yes, let me answer this question. Yes, we also developed a new technology, can switch color range from different colors, from colorless to other colors. You can do from red, purple to blue, even to green, brown, and you can choose any color you want. It's continuously switching. It's also low voltage, very low haze. It's perfect for the sunglasses industry, and we are planning to launch those new product in the near future. And plus, we also we also want to apply those technologies to the nearsighted glasses product. So because especially in China, there are more than 90% of the college students are nearsighted, and we have a huge demand from the market. People request those are switcher color switch darkness capability to the glasses, to the nearsighted glasses. And we also made some prototypes, and we're gonna launch those nearsighted switch color switch darkness product maybe the second half of 2021. We are based in Shenzhen, and we have a entire glasses industry behind us. We're gonna work with big players in this industry. We try to make very cool product, very cool glasses to the market. So we try to make very fashion designs, very fancy designs, very fancy shape, and you can switch color, especially for the young girls when they do selfie. They want to have their glasses with different color, match their different color for clothing. It's gonna be very exciting for the customers, and it's also very exciting for us.
So these glasses need a power, right? Do you need to charge them,
Yes,
or
the right. The majority of customer request manual control. In the beginning, we are only provide a automatic solution, but it turned out the majority of the customers, they try to show off the function just by control the sunglasses or the glasses leg. You can control the lens by manual function, and it will be cool when you have something could be controlled. So those glasses, unfortunately, will have to be charged in the evening every few days. But it's a cool product. People can survive with charging. But the good thing is when they are using it's a cool product. It's very fancy way to show off yourself.
it would be crazy if your sunglasses could charge with the sun and then keep charged somehow? They had a little solar panel on the side, maybe.
Well, the current ones work this way. Like you see this one here, the sensor here, photonic sensor.
Yes.
So you don't need any kind of battery here. So when the sun hits it, it's getting dark, and then you can just basically, if I block off the sensor, it will change that brightness there. But you see, these ones have no. These are the current model. They have no battery at all.
Nice. So it has integrated light sensor, integrated solar charge, and just work forever.
That's right. So like that one has no need for charging,
Yeah,
and also
I have a better demo.
go ahead.
Right.
I have a better demo. Can you see me?
Yeah.
Yes. Can you see me?
Yeah.
The resolution is low.
Hold on.
Yeah, it's a little bit low resolution, but let's see if you can stay steady. Then maybe it'll adapt and increase. So with the sun, they go dark.
See?
Yeah,
Very nice.
and when the sun goes away, it goes
Can you see?
clear. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
very
automatic.
dark, right? Hold on.
Is there a way to switch it
Yeah.
manually, or it has to be automatic with the sun, the light sensor?
We can do it manually. So our new product will all equipped with a manual function. You can control. And this one is a mirror. Our customer wants to have a mirror type sunglasses. This mirror can be switched. You see?
Wow. How do you switch?
This is switch use this. So you can switch using just manual control, just apply voltage. And in this side, there's no mirror. Can you see it? No mirror.
Yeah. Nice.
And this side you see mirror.
So you can
Right.
switch when you want to show your eyes to people.
Right.
That's a cool trick to have. You know, like
Right.
there's all these amazing cars. I'm thinking like smart cars and, you know, like colorful style. All the cars want to be different. And it would be so refreshing to have the options to choose your mood and say, I'm in a pink mood right now. And the sunroof becomes pink. And maybe you say, I'm in a blue mood and it becomes blue or something like that. Depending on where you're driving, you could choose maybe.
Yeah, I think we're gonna demonstrate this demo car in Shenzhen with the window can change color from based on your mood. You can be purple, you can be blue, you can be red, you can be green,
Black.
any color you want. Yeah, black,
And-
also black.
And then
Also
it would
clear.
be and how is the degree of transparency? Can you have like 50% transparency? How do you choose? Or is it opaque? Is there an option to be completely opaque?
For opaque, you have to combine with other stuff, other films. But in the beginning, just color changing, and with limited light transmittance. But I mean, for the color change, it only useful for side windows, right? For side window, you achieve 10% to 50%. That's good enough.
So it might be that one of the colors is more opaque than the other when you have multiple colors.
You talk about opaque. You means you don't want people see you in the car, right?
Or I mean, like blocking out the sun completely, or just blocking half of it, or still being able to see through, or not being able to see at all.
That function I think only required in the sunroof. So the sunroof block basically almost 99% of the sunlight, the sun heat. But for side window, you don't have to block 90% of the sunlight. 10% goes through is fine.
There's one comment here. Interesting. We'd like to check samples and discuss regarding how we can integrate with our products. How does it work with potential partners and distributors, customers? They can buy already some stuff, some samples in the market right now. They just go on Amazon or something like that, or how do they talk with you about doing the next gen, the next stuff?
Right now we are focusing to the front market. We directly working with automotive glass companies and with OEMs in Europe and in Asia. We have a very limited resource for the aftermarket, and we only do demo cars. But we have our representative in Silicon Valley, California, so they can contact Ethan. If they are in Europe, then they can contact our president in Europe, Dr. Martin Hanfiner, and we can collaborate together. But right now, the demand is huge. We are making new production lines, trying to fulfill the demand from the industry. Especially for the sunroofs. Right now, the biggest demand is from the sunroof. And for color side window, we have a few customers already made the samples switch color.
Nice. And there's, I guess, another huge market is potentially these, right? There's all these people going around skiing and snowboarding, and they want to have a switchable ski glasses, ski goggles, and you have those.
Right.
Yeah, we actually
right.
we got samples to some of the top snowboarders and skiers out here, and they went in Tahoe, and they absolutely loved it, because right now, if you want to get, block out certain sort of conditions, they have one for if it's overcast, they have one for if it's super bright, you have a purple pair. People have just different pairs of ski goggles. And now these professional skiers, snowboarders, or just regular folks can have one, ski goggle that's completely adaptive, and it changes the skiing experience.
Nice. Do you see, so for example, when they ski in very sunny conditions is one way, and when it's over clouded, semi-cloud or fully cloudy, or if it's getting dark at night, they want to be clear and not change their glasses.
Exactly. One of the issues, and Dr. Lee mentioned before, is the dazzling light. If you're flying over something and the sun just hits you right in the eyes, it'll dazzle you. It's a problem. And since these can react so quickly, you don't run into that problem, and you're actually safer. And also the build quality, just for a pair of skiing goggles, is very nice, wicking away the sweat. I mean, in general, just as a pair of ski goggles as well, they're very good.
And here's the question. So will we see these glasses this year in the States?
Right now. You can get them on Amazon.
You can buy them.
Yeah. You can get those in Amazon already.
Nice. But can you get the one that's in this video right here that she's wearing?
Yes.
Available.
It's already in the market.
And this was with touching, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a link with a 30% off coupon for your viewers.
Nice. We'll put that right here on the description after the live stream is over. We'll update the description with all the links that people can buy, the ones that are available right now. But it's also fascinating to hear what's the roadmap and all the potential things that you're going to bring this technology to in the future. Because this. How about in Europe? Is it available easily in Europe? Is it also Amazon or? Yeah.
We are not launching this in Europe yet, but maybe next month we are going to set it up in Amazon Europe.
Nice. Then the Happy Toast can buy one in Germany next month, maybe.
Yes.
All right.
You can contact Martin. Martin can arrange the sunglasses for you. And
Yeah,
the
provide
beauty of this new technology in the ski goggle and sunglasses, it has a stepless light switch function. So depending on the light condition from the sun, sometimes it's very bright, sometimes it's just cloudy, and sometimes it's very dark. And our goggles, our sunglasses will just take the perfect lighting, ideal lighting for your device, for your device, for the ski goggle and also the sunglasses, because sometimes you just need the perfect lighting. You don't want to be very dark, you don't want to be very bright, and your eye actually do not feel the light changing because it gives you constant lighting. That's the beauty of these new technologies.
And here's one comment just saying, like, this is the next TikTok wave incoming. Is it going to be one of these trendy things where people are going to show off that they have the coolest sunglasses or they have the coolest car? But I wonder, this idea of having multiple colors, for example, and changing the mood in the office, let's say, and all the office windows going pink at 4 p.m. and everybody's like, oh yeah, it's soon as 6 p.m. and can go home, or something like that. Or it's Friday night, Friday evening, right? People love when it's Friday. It's different than when it's Monday. Yeah, somebody's battery is 80%.
Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah. Yeah. So what's the price difference in making multiple colors? What's the BOM difference? What's the price difference when you do the multiple color options? Or is it in theory potentially is it affordable, or do you have some prices like how would you say?
Because for the color changing technology, it's not very mature. We only take this technology to the sunglasses market at least this year, and next year we are going to launch it into the automotive. So right now we don't have a exact number for the price, but the ballpark number for the price, it should be a little bit more expensive than the regular light changing switchable glass film, but it's in the same range. A little more expensive, but not that crazy.
How reliable is it going to be? Because these Boeing Dreamliners, they're really awesome. They have I guess the electrochromic, or what do you call it, the one that switch it. I think it takes like a minute when you push the button, and it takes a minute or something. Oh, many minutes. But it's very cool, right? And I guess if they put it in a Boeing, it means it's reliable for 10, 20 years, right? Or maybe more. Can you guarantee your technology is as reliable and as long life, and it's not going to stop switching after a few hundreds of times or thousands of times or something?
It's a good question for automotive industry. It's similar to the Boeing Dreamliner. For automotive industry, the product has to at least stable for more than 10 years. And so we did a lot of research, a lot of development. The product is very reliable. We took a lot of tests, like ball drop test, like halo temperature test, like all those some simulation tests. You park the car outdoor the whole year. You never change anything. It's the window still working perfectly, and the sunlight still can be fully blocked for the sunroof. Um, it's very tough to meet all those requirements, but I believe our product can be very reliable. And I already drive a car for almost 1.5 years in Shenzhen, and my colleague Martin drives the car in Europe, survived in the winter, very cold temperature, -20 degrees C. And in Shenzhen, every day is like 33 degrees C in the outdoor, and never a problem. The technology is very reliable, and we are going to put those technologies to mostly all the car. Basically, every single car can have a chance to test these new technologies.
Nice, because it's really an advantage if you have less bulky things in the car. You don't need to have this physical thing that you cover your sunroof with, and you can just remove that. And so that removes cost of that, the weight, the space. You have more space for your head in the car, right? If you don't have that thing, you can get up closer to the window just in case.
Yeah, it's an important factor because you can save some 3 centimeters and a little bit more than an inch, and this is something very much appreciated and desired in the automotive industry, because they count on especially car makers, like for the sports cars makers, they count every millimeter. They can save some space there in this area, and they're happy with that.
And it's important in terms of the mileage even. I can't imagine how far you might go more, but even if you get to like, I don't know, half a mile more, no, maybe not, but a few hundred, I mean, especially in electric cars, every gram matters nearly in the car.
Exactly, that's correct. And as you said, those bulky manual shaders are not at all appreciated, and you get disconnected with the outside. This is a psychological thing. If you remain connected to the outside world, then it gives you a different feeling. It gets you a feeling you're still there. While when you have a manual shader or something opaque, you don't see the outside world anymore. You feel something as somehow like being in a cage, locked in. So this is what we can bypass with our solution and give to the clients not only but your feeling. It gives, let's say, an enhanced way of life that you appreciate your surrounding with the ideal dimmed light.
I love the smart car and Swatch Mercedes partnership, and they have the sunroof that I've seen that it's always dark because somehow it's too complicated to add the slider, so then it has to be dark all the time. And it's a little bit of a shame to not have the option to have a clear roof when you want it, and then make it dark when you want to be protected from the sun. So have the option to go back and forward. It's a huge difference if people could have that instead of just having to forever be dark or forever have to use a slider that scratches the top of your head in a little car.
Exactly. I had that in my car. When my kids were young, I decided to have all black windows wherever possible. It's good when you have when you're exposed to severe sunlight, but it doesn't make fun in the dark because you actually don't see anything outside, and when you back your car, you don't see properly what's behind. So you need cameras in your cars. Without that, wouldn't work, and so on. So dimming the light is always not only giving a better feeling; it's also regarding safety a key factor.
Is there any way to have a slider, a turn thing, where you can go more and more and more dark, less and less and less dark, or does it have to be fully switchable?
No, you can dim it, in gray levels upon your demand. So you can do stepless dimming. This is one of our slogans, that we are working on stepless dimming solutions, which others cannot do in the same way as we can do. Possibly you see something with electrochromic, but you wait eternities until it's switched, and then it's switching very slow the larger the surface is. So, you know, it's not useful for the users, because you don't have a haptic response that you see immediately what's happening there. And we do have solutions to that, and we are presenting this and selling it already to our clients.
And the most important argument is safety, right? If you drive with the sun in your face, it's really bad. You don't see the cars coming.
You see this one image where the driver is driving like this, and it's still today like this, that you sometimes have to drive like this. And we are having solutions which are now evaluated, which are doing exactly what you need for that, to create higher safety for that.
I think it's going to be a crazy world when the cars are self-driving. And everybody's been waiting for 10 years, and it's supposed to come. And Ethan, maybe your friends in the Silicon Valley, you can tell them to hurry up. But I'm joking. And in China also, they have maybe they'll come first, I guess. But these self-driving cars, maybe you want to, let's say when they work, you want to switch to cinema mode and then dark, and you want to watch this movie, and you're in the car, you're not even looking out anymore. And you can maybe have the mirror part if you're like, let's say you're famous, and you don't want people to see you in the car, then it's mirror, right? For them, they don't see anything inside. Like this, and I guess your technology, it sounds like all these things are potentially part of that. Maybe it could be.
Yeah, we do have patented solutions for all that applications you were just bringing up, which is really essential for the future, that you can combine, for instance, an OLED screen with a window, and thus make it useful as a let's say, a large video wall.
Nice. All right. So that's a lot of work for you, all cut out, right? In the future, you have a whole bunch of stuff to do. How soon do we have these full buildings, full of your tech? Are there any buildings like this in Shenzhen already?
Not yet. Our large size film will be ready in the early next year, and then we can equip our liquid crystal films to the glass windows first in China. So we are very excited to do this, because the carbon neutrality is a new trend for the government. We have to reduce the energy consumption. So this technology to reduce the solar heat in the summer and create a better office space, better home, is perfect for reduce this power consumption.
And it says right here in your video, it says retrofitting the window. So you don't even need to like change the whole window. How do you do that? Do you add another layer on top of the window?
Films. Yes, for the architectural window market, we're gonna just do the retrofitting. We apply the film on the glass, and so you already have the building, everything there. The window, glass window is already equipped, already used for over 10 years, 20 years. We can just clean the glass window and put our liquid crystal film on top of it, and we're gonna put some solar cell on the side, and then you can manually control the light transmittance of the window and make a smart control of the entire building.
What's the percentage potential power saving on a power consumption of the air conditioned systems in the big building when your technology is integrated? Are you able to show, like, say, hey, use our technology, you save 10%, 20%, or what can you say?
We did some rough calculation. If the entire building equipped with our Wicue liquid crystal films, presumably the power consumption for air conditioning will be reduced roughly 30%.
That's 30%. That's huge. That's like it becomes in a territory where the government says it's mandated technology, and like everybody in the EU is talking about
That's
green
possible.
tech. It's the most important thing. Green tech, green tech. Everybody's talking about it. So they need to put their money where their slogans are, right? Just make it happen. Buy it, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. The best approach is to just reduce power consumption and then use that saving to equip the window with the liquid crystal films, and not only save the power, and then also you you get a better environment to work in the office. You have a more space to work in the office buildings, and you have a better living room in your home, in your mansion, in your seaside house, and it's just perfect for everybody. Wherever there's a glass, our Wicue liquid crystal film can have some applications.
Is there any kind of like science in terms of wearing sunglasses actually healthier for you when it's very sunny? Because you want to protect your vision, protect your eyes, and I guess it has maybe some maybe it's not so natural. Like the cavemen didn't really go out in the sunlight and look up in the sun, right? I don't know if that makes any sense to say that, but and then you also, when it gets cloudy and stuff, if it's too dark, it maybe also you're like your eyes are working too hard to try to see through the sunglasses, so you need them to become clear. Maybe that's also healthy.
Right. The common sense told us our human being are more used to the dark, light environment, and so we think, especially in the sun, the UV light, the blue wavelengths will damage our eyes. So at least the sunglasses, smart sunglasses, will protect all those blue wavelengths and also UV wavelengths to damage our eyes, and also it gives you a better feeling in the bright sunlight environment. In the very bright sunlight, people are not comfortable. Right now, we have a huge request from the industry. Some customer from Japan, they request a baby crib, make the baby sleep even more comfortable. Use our switchable liquid crystal film for the baby crib, and there's a lot of applications you cannot imagine in the future.
I guess it influences a lot the mood of the humans. Like sometimes people say when you're about to go to sleep, you have to be more in the darkness, and when you wake up, you have to be more in the light. So you can have your windows, instead of shades, instead of going and closing the shades before you go to sleep, and then in the morning they should automatically be bright, because then you want to wake up, right? And like there's this switching going on, and it would be connected with the AI, the IoT, and the smart home, and I mean, I could go on. And maybe Ethan, you can talk about this like demo in the video there. Are you going around the Silicon Valley and talking with all these tech companies and like saying, hey, the tech is available?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, we just recently launched on Amazon. I think people are really loving it. These ones, these sort of more sports model, are great for volleyball, baseball, any kind of, sporting or hiking is really good. If you can imagine, when you're walking, you're going under the tree branches and the sun just keeps kind of hitting you in the eyes, and they can just adapt and switch. Also, the new version we have, the Bluetooth connected glasses, are wonderful, because for me, I like them better than any kind of AirPods because you just put on these glasses. They already have the light switching, they're adaptive, but then you get a call, you just take the call, and you don't have any weird things in your ears or big thing. AirPods can fall out. They're just so great for taking calls, listening to music, and they also carry the light blocking technology.
Are those the ones, the Bluetooth ones?
Yeah, exactly. So you can see there, these ones have a battery. You can just charge them with these 2 charges. And then, this video is a little bit long, but if you're able to go forward a bit, you'll see I charge them up, I take them outside, and they work just like there's the switching right there, and you don't have to put anything in your ear. See, Fenghua, Dr. Lee's wearing them right now. They just kind of shoot the audio right into your ears.
So it's got the sound integrated.
Yeah. It's like a little slit, so you don't have to put anything in your ears. It's just right there on the stock. Dr. Lee, could you go to the side so they could see how it looks from the side?
Is it like a bone,
so cool.
the bone technology? What you call it, going to the bone to do the sound?
No, it's more like a directional audio. Yeah, right there. Isn't that cool?
All right.
No, not the.
It's great. It's great. It goes right into your ear, and then the microphone is because you see here this video I did. I took all the audio through the glasses, and I was outside. The wind is blowing, and the microphone picks it up perfectly. It's just like seamless, effortless calling. Amazing.
Nice. So you can consider adding more and more smart stuff to the smart glasses. Could you even consider integrating your tech in combination with a micro display like a Google Glass? And because one of the things when you have the Google Glass is that you have to choose if you want to be with shades or without the shades. Maybe you could use your tech to make it like have the different modes and even potentially the different colors, but also have a micro display in front and have all these other stuff. I guess potentially you could consider that.
Dr. Lee, that's a good question for.
Yeah, I think you're mute, Ethan.
Possibly.
Oh yeah, a little bit of lag. Maybe
Yeah,
Martin or somebody wants to.
we
Oh, you got
already
it.
work
Yeah.
with some clients. Mostly they are doing their AR devices, and our. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we hear you. Please go ahead. Sorry, there's just a 10-second lag to Shenzhen.
Can
I
you hear
think
me?
the satellites are
you
slow,
hear
but
me?
please continue.
Yes, now I can hear. So the AR industry, they're trying to looking for a. All right. So the AR industry trying to find a solution for the lens to intelligently to block the background lighting or control the background lighting. So they combine our liquid crystal films onto the lens, so they can locally to block the strong light and make the entire background is controllable. So you have a better virtual display in your eyesight. So right now we are working on quite a few AR clients. They will work on this. It's one way to do that.
Can you explain a little bit more where that comes in the AR application? Like where do you need to switch? Where do you need to make things darker or brighter or more transparent, less transparent in the AR application? I'm thinking like the glasses are, you're supposed to see what you're doing, but there's an area where the AR micro display is maybe, and it's not covering the whole vision potentially, or maybe it is a bigger and bigger part of the vision, but maybe you could describe a little bit more?
Right. Because for a virtual display in the vision, in your vision, you wanna show some display. Sometimes the background is very light, very bright, and that's not a very good view for the user. So you want to make the background darker or can be totally not affect your display content. So they put our liquid crystal films onto the lens and can control the background darkness. So the user of the AR device can see a better display in the entire lens.
So I guess in general, in this kind of technology, the key is mass production. The key is getting to something that's great cost, that all your customers want to buy, all the partners that make cars want to buy. That it's a no-brainer. It just needs to be really in mass volumes and stuff like that. And are you getting there? Are you know how you're going to get there? You have the whole thing planned out, and you have the factories ready. Maybe you can make big quantities.
Yes, it's not our main application. We focus on the automotive window market. We also the architectural building window and also the regular just sunglasses and nearsighted glasses, and also our e-writer for the classroom may make a large size writing board to replace the chalkboard. And AR devices is not our main application market, but we are able to work with them and provide our solution to the customers.
Maybe you can show your writing board. You have it right there. Is it using CHLCD technology?
Yes, we use cholesteric liquid crystal technologies to write. Let me see right here. So you can just use anything to write. I can use my sunglasses to write. It's very easy to write. It's a bistable display. You can easily erase, just a click of a button. It has a huge potential to replace the chalkboard in the classroom. And right now we are mass production those products. Right now we only have one color. We also have a partial erase. It's also a big market. Right now it has some customers in China in the classroom, because 90% of the classroom in China still use a chalkboard, no matter how developed the city is. We basically in the classroom, people will use 3 board. And okay, in the middle is a TV, is a small TV, has a touch function, but on the each side, left and right, use chalkboard. So our liquid crystal, cholesteric liquid crystal writing board, trying to replace the chalkboard on the left and on the right. So this is the typical setup in the Chinese classroom. We try to replace all those chalkboard in 10 years in China. It's a huge market.
Is there a chance to do the cholesteric LCD, this technology, with a more white on black, or maybe even the black on white combination?
It's very challenging. We found a color writing board, so you can have all the colors, not only red, green, and blue, and it can have all the colors. So black and white is possible. white and black also is possible. Not only you can write, you can also display the writing in the past. So it's a new TV, it's a new display technology because the current TFT LCD has a backlight on the back. When the teacher write on the TV in front of the TV very closely, the eye of the teacher will be affected, and the teacher will feel very tired after 10 minutes writing in front of the TV. So the new technology will be reflective display. It will be full color, and it's going to be more healthy to the teacher, to the user. So that's also a new trend in the education market to replace all the electronic devices for the industry.
Is that also CHLCD or something else as a secret, or?
Yes, it will be still based on cholesteric liquid crystal technology. It still use liquid crystal films, and the technology is more advanced than the e-ink technology, because the e-ink technology has a drawback. They only provide the black and white display. For colorful display, the brightness, the color saturation is very low. It's not that colorful. But for liquid crystal CHLC based full color display, the color is very vivid, very saturated. It's perfect for the classroom, because in China, the government trying to avoid all the electronic devices in the classroom, make the teaching environment more healthy, and the students have more the students will have a lower rate being nearsighted.
But all the CHLCDs I've seen are always black with a greenish color on the. I hope you can find some power. That's yeah, you got it charged maybe. That has a greenish on black.
Yeah.
Is there any chance that you can, like you're saying, full color is going to happen, and even like you're comparing it with e-ink? Does that mean that with CHLCD you'll be able to bring up any content you want digitally without having to like draw it in? You know, like right now, as you draw the green stuff and then you can delete it, but it would be possible to just display anything you want.
Exactly. It will be a writing board with display function, with a full color displays. More than 1,000 colors. It's basically the same LCD display. You can show the full color function content. Only drawback is when you show the video. The video is very slow, and it's not a regular video type of display.
It doesn't have a high frame rate. It's not high frame rate, right?
Right. Low, very low refresh rate.
Like 1 per second, or you can say anything?
Well, you have to switch the entire screen. So just page by page. So it's not going to be a good video type display.
One thing
it's okay to have those.
One thing that's important is to, when you write on a big board, that your writing is not too small, so the kid at the back of the room can see what you're writing. You can just use a bigger pen and then it makes a bigger line.
Right now the writing board just work like that. When you use a small tip, then the line will be very narrow. When you use a big tip, then you will have bigger trace. So when I just touch, it will be very, very narrow. But you use bigger force, it's going to be a bigger line. So those are the hockey, the field hockey board for coaching.
Nice.
It's very popular in Europe.
The thing that I really want to see on all of these CH LCD boards, even the smaller ones and the bigger ones, is for sure to have recording on all of them. Because let's say you have kids making amazing drawings and they push the button, it's gone. That's horrible. I want to record it forever, right? So do you have a way to record all these forever? And how do you record? Is it a smart pen, or what do you use to record? Do you add another sensor on the screen to?
We already have those type of smart writing boards, so you can save all your writings. The technology to create the recording could be different technologies. We can use the magnetic electric technology. You have a smaller pen. The pen does not have to charge, and the writing is beautiful. The trace is very beautiful. Then you also have like we have a new partner. They are using the smart dots combined with a camera pen. The pen can recognize all your writings compared with the dot background with the dot field, and it's a lower cost, but the trace is also beautiful. So those are the two main technologies for writing recording. So we are making those products, and then also you can use IR touching, but IR touching the problem is the writing recording, the trace is not very smart. The trace are not as perfect as your writing. But for the magnetic electric type, the writing is beautiful, just exact the same like your writing on the board.
Is it something similar to a Wacom Touch possible, or is that one of those that you described, or is it not one of those?
Yes, exactly. The first type is actually firstly developed by Wacom. They are using magnetic type, and but the drawback for that is a little more expensive. It can only works in the small tablet, small size. For large size, more than 20-inch, you have to think about other technologies with a lower cost.
And so you can totally record on the big school ones. You'll be able to record on all those.
Right. Yeah, for the school writing boards to replace the chalkboard, we right now use the IR touch because the cost is the lowest. The recording not that bad. You can use a smart software to make a good corrections for the writing trace. So it's good enough for the current demand, current spec from the education hardware companies.
In terms of the films required to do the CH LCD and to do the switchable sunroofs in the cars, is it completely different, or is both is LCD and potentially the same factory partners are making both, or is it the films are similar or not really?
We combine different partners and combine different technology together. We only focus on making films and laminate our film to the board and make the final product, and by combine all the technologies.
All right. So thanks a lot. Thanks, Ethan, Martin. Thanks. Is there anything that we didn't cover in the interview that you think we should have talked about?
I would just want to tell people
I think we covered everything.
That we just launched on Amazon. Yeah. So if you're in the US, go to the Wicue store on Amazon and check out the glasses since they're ready now, and I'll give you the link you can post.
Nice. I'll do that. And looking forward to the smart cars with all the partnerships you're doing, the car business. And maybe the aftermarket, I see that, for example, smart cars have an aftermarket sunroof thing where people can just order the special sunroof, and maybe they could order one with your tech and some kind of website, and it would be available to just switch it in their existing cars. Maybe that makes sense. I don't know. That'd be cool to see all this stuff coming.
What do you think, Martin, for the aftermarket?
Oh, Martin, you mute. It looks like you mute, or sounds like maybe your sound kind of went. Yeah, I can't hear you, Martin. I can't hear you anyway. Yeah, maybe you can reconnect if you want, Martin. Yeah. So that's just a little idea. I don't know about the aftermarket or building in with the partners. What you're planning, but it's going to be interesting.
Well, in my opinion, for the aftermarket, it's very challenging. The volume is not big. The customer feedback is not easy to fulfill, satisfy. So it's not our focus, and we focus on the front market, focus on working with the automotive glass companies and also OEM customers.
Nice, that's awesome. All right, so thanks a lot, and thanks for talking about all this technology, and it's really could change the world if we see this everywhere.
Thank you.
It could be, if you become like the big standard that everybody wants to have, it's going to be thousands of kilometers by thousands of kilometers of film that you'll be shipping, right? They'll be big if you become like the one that everybody wants to have.
Yeah, right now we already like use every month more than 50,000 square meter films every month. So it's a lot of films we are making. So we are planning to construct a lot more production line in the near future. We try to make the production capability bigger to fulfill all the demand from different industry. Even some small demand in terms of is a bigger market for the entire world. Even for the sunglasses, it's gonna take a lot of production for us. And imagine how many people in this world are nearsighted. They need a solution in the outdoor. They want a indoor high transmittance, outdoor switch to dark transmittance, make the glasses more smart.
How about aftermarket for glasses? Does that make sense or no? I keep asking about aftermarket, but some kind of thing you add on top of the glasses.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think so. For glasses, aftermarket is not to make sense. Because the glasses everybody want to buy a new pair is gonna be new design, new fancy fashion one, and every year the sunglasses are changing for the trend. People want to have multiple sunglasses in their hand, and so it's gonna be consumer product, and it's gonna be available very soon for everybody.
Nice. And Martin, I think we can hear you now. I can hear you.
Okay, great.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So that was okay. So thanks a lot. Thanks everybody. Thanks for being on the.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Looking forward for good business.
All right. Thanks everybody for watching.
Yeah. Thank you.
And,
Keep
and
in
I
touch.
think we just reached the feature film
everybody.
length, 74 minutes. I think it's good. All right. Or it needs to be 76. Okay. Thanks a lot.
Super.
Thanks everybody.